for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. First down here for this offense. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. He's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
And a big game before he goes out of bounds. Keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
defensive end who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Back in motion now. And third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And the ball to the ground. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Man, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Breaking tackles. It's going to be a loss on the play. Force out of bounds. Great play by the defense. Go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackled at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. And just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami in the wide receiver position. You can say not recently. They had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I just could keep going and going when it comes to the Canes.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's complete downfield. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
Yeah, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man in the line of scrimmage unblocked and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, doesn't matter. Nice first down.
That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running down real quick.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Pass caught. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes the catch downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
The Canes line up with a first and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Over the middle and incomplete.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And they've got the returner corralled.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete on the final play of this quarter.
Miami 6, Michigan 0.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. The ball is loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
Looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Michigan. It was a foot race, and he won it.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the PAT makes the score 7-6. Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
This could be a turning point in this football game. Defense does a good job. It's 3rd down. They got to get after this quarterback. Instead, he pulls it down and picks up big yards for a first down. Kind of feel the momentum flipping here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun running play call. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. Right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The Canes will have 1st and 10 here. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Defense is coming after him. And the scramble moves it closer to the goal line. The defense able to grab it.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off. Reminds his defense what he can do with his legs and almost took it to the house.
That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Let's see if he can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Moving past the 25. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Ball near midfield. The head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in cross territory.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback drops back. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? He's at the 50, across the 40, at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the defense adds 6 for the interception return.
Chris, how about the safety here just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback, and then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception, and I love that he's got the speed in the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. We'll look to throw it here on second down. He makes the grab. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Offense facing a 2nd and 10.
Because we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, it's going to be incomplete. Very lucky to avoid an interception there. Risky throw.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series, he almost threw another one.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. They got him. It's a sack. The defense will take some momentum to halftime after that one. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Will kick it deep to begin the second half. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to 21.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Now it's 2nd down here. And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick grab. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the Canes will try to keep this drive moving.
I That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Important second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly. They bring him down after a short gain there. That completion sets up an important third down play. Back to throw again. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
They just felt that one coming. Third down and long. Those defensive linemen are in that sprinter stance. They know the offense is going to have to throw. Great job of using that athletic ability and speed to get after the quarterback to come up with that sack.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on fourth and very long. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's intercepted for the fourth time tonight. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Getting set. Here's second down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
You don't want to waste this good field position, but it's third down and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On third down, he drops to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And that one is no good. The lead remains at 8 after that miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after a solid game to spot the ball at the 34. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on first down. On the run here. Lets it go. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Hurricanes will crank up the tempo. Grab behind the line. It's Zimmerman. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Man, put a star next to that play. It's like the linebacker knew the ball was going to be going to this receiver. So it's the instincts, and then it's the awareness and the athletic ability to be able to bring down a wide receiver for a loss like that.
Running out of time in the pocket. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
He's brought down, a sack by the defense coming up big on this fourth down play.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got it.
And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. And Miami offense is back on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Short connection to the tight end here. You bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. Pass complete for a 1st down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. This time it's complete. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. 1st and 10 now for the offense.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a 1st down.
And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. He shreds the tackle. And he's got it already past the 1st down marker. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Michigan 21, Miami 12.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. The back's got it again. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep throwing back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
It's an option look. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put it.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the 2nd half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Miami offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. The Canes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. The Canes hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're snapping the ball near the goal line, but the defense does a good job of thinking, hey, guys, let's force the incompletion. Force them into going for 3, and let's not give up 6. They did their job there.
Catch made on the left side. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown for the U. Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. Tight end makes the grab. He's not going to get there. The 2-point try fails. They can't cut into this deficit any further. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again.
Chris, good job here on that stop. But remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. Do you think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest?
Doesn't even get the pitch on before they bring him to the ground. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Second down, they're going to throw it. It's a short completion of the tight end. And they wrap it up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And the Wolverines pick up enough yardage to get a first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
They'll try to add the lead now for PAT. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 during the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
1
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's escaping the pocket now. Under heavy pressure, hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country.
Looking for a deep completion. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The clock is still running. They've got to get set quickly. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's complete. A quick juke to get free. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. And the Canes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry out. Looking to throw yet again. And here comes a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Fires it on the move. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Hurricanes will line up on 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Canes. Here's the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Runs through the defender. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the marker before being taken down.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
What a special year and a moment these players will never forget. After all they put into this, they can now call themselves champions of the ACC. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they pursue now a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.